In this video, I'll explain how to simplify. I'll start with the easy example where I multiply a monomial by a binomial. I will then do the second example where I'll be multiplying a monomial with a trinomial. And then I'll also be multiplying two binomials. Let's start with the first one. So here on the first one, we have a multiplied by b plus c. And by the way, I'll also do an example where I use the format of this question, the way in which it's set. Okay, so when you're multiplying a monomial a by a binomial b plus c, what you do is you need to apply the distributivity law, where you multiply a by b, and that's going to give you ab. And then that positive there is dropped, and then you're going to multiply a by c, and that's going to give you ac. And that's basically how you do this question. It's that simple. Now here's an example where you might get a question that is similar to this one in terms of the structure in which it's set. Imagine you're given 3x multiplied by x plus 3. In this case, you can see that in the place of a, there's 3x, in the place of b, there's x, in the place of c, there's 3. Okay, so you're going to perform the same method where you will be distributing you'll be distributing your multiplication in these two in these two terms, variable x and constant 3. So you're going to say 3 multiplied by x, and that's going to give you 3x squared, plus, because you're dropping that positive sign in the bracket, and then you're going to say 3x times by 3, that's going to give you 3x. Going to repeat it again. For you to get this 3x squared, you said 3x multiplied by x, and for you to get 3x, you said 3x multiplied by 3. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Here we have a trinomial. We are multiplying a trinomial with a monomial. Okay, so in this case, you still do the same thing. You multiply a by b, you get your answer. You then multiply a by c, you write your answer down. You multiply a by d, and then write your answer down again. So a multiplied by b is going to be ab, plus a multiplied by c is going to be ac, plus a multiplied by d is going to be ad. So that's how you do this question. Now here's an example where you get a question that has a similar structure to the one that I've just shown you above. So here you have to do the same thing. Negative 3a multiplied by 3a squared is going to be equal to negative 9a cubed. Negative 3a multiplied by negative 6a squared is going to be positive 6, 12, 18, 18a cubed. And by the way, when you're multiplying negative 3a by negative 6a squared, the negative and the negative sign are also multiplying each other so that they become positive. Remember, a negative times a negative will give you a positive. A negative times by a positive will always give you a negative. So keep that in mind. Now we're going to say negative 3a multiplied by positive a, the last term in the trinomial, and that's going to give us negative 3a squared. You see? Now let's go to the last one. In this one, we're going to use something called foil method. Let me write it here. Foil, where f stands for the first terms being multiplied, o stands for the outer terms that you're multiplying, I stands for the inner terms that you're multiplying, and L stands for the last terms. See, this is how it works. First, you multiply the first terms. So basically, f means, this f here means you're multiplying the first term of this bracket, of this binomial, by the first term of this binomial. The first term here is b, first term on this binomial is a. So a multiplied by b, that's the first one you do. And then you multiply a by c. In other words, you're multiplying the outer terms now. A is the outer term of this binomial, and c is the outer term of this binomial. That's where O follows. And then now let's look at I. I means inner, so we're multiplying the inner parts. So you're multiplying variable b by this variable b here. See, that's I. And then the last one is L. You're multiplying b by c. L means last terms, so these are the last ones. B, in this case, this b is the last term in this binomial, and c is the last term in this binomial. Okay, so this is how you would do this. So you would first say a multiply a. Let me rewrite it because I want to make sure that it's clean and that everyone can understand it. Let me rewrite it here. A, b plus c. Okay, now let's do the first calculation. So we're going to say a multiplied by b. A multiplied by b is going to give us, let me change the pen here. It's going to give us ab. And then we're going to say a multiplied by c. A multiplied by c is going to give us ac. And then we're going to write plus ac. And then we're going to say b, we're going to say b multiplied by b. And that's going to give us b squared. And then lastly, we will then say b multiplied by c. And that's going to give us bc. Right? So the first one is this one. Let me number them. A multiplied by b, this is the first one, 1. And a multiplied by c is the second one. B multiplied by b is the third one. And b multiplied by c is the fourth one. In other words, it's the last one. So this is how you do this. So your answer for the first one, this is the answer for the first one, and this is the answer for the second one, and this is the answer for the third one, this is the answer for the fourth one. For you to understand how this is done, you can try to do as many examples as possible involving the FOIL method, and you will eventually be able to you'll be able to do it like seamlessly. Okay, now let's do an example that involves the use of FOIL method. So imagine you're given x minus 5 and x minus 2, and then you have to multiply them together. They're binomials, and we haven't done that as yet. So so what we're going to do is we're going to say x multiplied by x. That's going to give us x squared. We're going to say x multiplied by 2. That's going to give us negative 2x. Remember, x is positive, 2 is negative. So you have to make sure that you take that negative sign into account, because a positive of x and a negative of 2 here will give us a negative. Now, negative 5 multiplied by x is going to give us negative 5x. Negative 5 multiplied by negative 2 is going to give us positive 10. Remember, negative 5 multiplied by negative 2, 5 times 2 is going to be 10, but a negative and a negative, which are like the signs of 5 and 2 respectively, when multiplied together, give us a positive. Negative times negative is a positive. Okay, and now you will further simplify this by combining the like terms. In this case, it's clear that negative 2x and negative 5x are the only like terms, and you're going to have to add them. So negative x squared, and then negative 2x minus 5 is going to be negative 7x plus 10. And remember, when you are doing the addition here, you take the sign of the bigger number. In this case, the bigger number is 5. You put it here. This negative in front of 7 is the sign of the bigger number, and then you just add the bigger number and the smaller number, and they give you 7x. Okay, now let's go to another example. Okay, this example involves a binomial and a trinomial. So here what you need to do is to do the FOIL method, but then you have to, let me show you how. You'll first multiply this 2x by x squared, multiply 2x and x squared, and then multiply 2x with 3x squared, 3x, and multiply 2x with that one there. After you're done, you will then multiply this one 4 with x squared and multiply 4 with 3x and multiply 4 again with 1. Okay, so here it almost looks like a cat's whiskers, like it looks like this. So if you can just memorize the way in which I've written these, this will be the first calculation 1, this will be the second one 2, this will be 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. If you can memorize them, then it would be easy for you to do the questions. Okay, so now let's do the questions. Okay, so you will say 2x multiplied by x squared, that's going to be 2x cubed. Say 2x multiplied by 3x, that's going to be negative 6x squared. Then 2x multiplied by 1, that's going to be positive 2x. And then you're going to say 4 multiplied by x squared, this is going to give you 4x squared. 4 multiplied by negative 3x, and that's going to be negative 12x. And 4 multiplied by positive 1, that's going to be positive 4. Now let's try to check if there is any error that we may have done. So 2x multiplied by x squared is 2x cubed, that's correct. 2x multiplied by 3x is 6x squared. 2x multiplied by 1 is 2x. 4x multiplied by x squared is 4x squared. 4 multiplied by negative 3x is negative 12x. 4 multiplied by 4 is positive 4. Now we're going to add like terms to further simplify this. We can already see that negative 6x squared and 4x squared are like terms. So when you add them together, let me just drop this 2x cubed here. So when you add negative 6x squared and that 4x squared there, we're going to get negative 2x squared. And then also 2x and negative 12x are also like terms. So 2x minus 12x is equal to negative 10x. And then we're going to drop that positive 4 there. So that's the answer we're going to have. It's that simple. So if you want to master this calculation, this type of calculation where you're multiplying a binomial and a trinomial, you have to do as many examples as you can find. That's just how it is. Math is done by practicing. Now let's go to the second example. In this example, we are given 3a plus b multiplied by 3a minus b and 2a plus 5b. Here you have to, I would say, you can choose 3a plus b and 3a minus b and multiply them first, and then multiply the result by 2a plus b. Or you can choose 2a plus b and 3a minus b and multiply them together and take their results, multiply it by 3a plus b. So I'm going to show you how you would do this one. So you will just treat this as a single expression. 3a plus b and 3a minus b will be a single expression. So multiply this out, and using the FOIL method you will get 3a times 3a is going to be 9a squared. 3a multiplied by negative b is going to be negative 3ab. b multiplied by 3a is going to be positive 3ab, and b multiplied by negative b is negative b squared. That whole thing that you get, the whole expression that you get here will then be multiplied with 2a plus 5b. See? So let's simplify this one first. Negative 9a squared is dropped as it is. Negative 3ab plus 3ab will cancel each other out, so we'll be left with 9a squared minus b squared, and then we'll drop 2a plus 5b. And then we will apply the FOIL method to multiply this out. Looks rather familiar at this point. So our positive 9a squared multiplied by 2a is going to be negative 18a cubed. Negative 9a squared multiplied by 5b is going to give us positive 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. It's going to be 45a squared b. And negative b multiplied by 2a is going to be negative b squared multiplied by 2a is going to be negative 2ab squared. Negative b squared multiplied by 5a is going to be equal to, let me put a negative here, going to be equal to negative 5b cubed. Now let's check if this is correct again. 9a squared multiplied by 2a is going to be negative 18a cubed. 9a multiplied by 5b is going to be 45a squared b, and negative b squared multiplied by 2a is going to be negative 2ab squared, and negative b squared multiplied by 5b is going to be negative 5b cubed. So everything is correct here. We can then further simplify if there's anything that we can do. There are no like terms here. So basically that's how you leave the expression, because I thought maybe a squared b would be a like term, but it would have something similar, but then it seems like there isn't anything similar to it. So you leave it as it is. So that's basically how you do these questions. I will post more questions in subsequent videos. I will also do factorization. And by the way, if you like this video, please make sure that you leave a like, comment, and also share the video, and don't forget to also subscribe, as that helps the channel grow. And if you want more of this content, just tap on the pop-up screen on your right. Yeah, thank you.